Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. My name is Sean Dexter. Welcome you back to the Mango Grove for your daily Bitcoin analysis video. I have here with me Krisha. Krisha, say hi.
What's up, you guys?
And hey, it's a brand new week and Bitcoin starting off strong. Look at that nice, big, long green candle. Krisha, what are your thoughts on this?
Bullish. Those
Bullish,
are my
eh?
thoughts. I am very happy with this weekly close. Sean, what about you?
This may sound a little bit cocky or not all, but I kind of was expecting this, right? If you do look back to my demeanor this entire weekend, going into the weekly close as well, into Friday, I was relaxed. I was like, all I have to do now, Sean, is not mess up, sit tight and do nothing. And that's kind of why this weekend I was trying to find as many distractions as possible to get away from the charts, right? We were playing video games, we were doing our live streams. By the way, guys, if you did miss the live streams, please try and catch us live next time. We had a lot of fun. Just, played some Brawlhalla, played some Don't Starve, and yeah, it was great for the community. A nice bonding experience as well. And that's what trading's all about, right? It's also knowing when to just sit back, get away from the charts and do nothing, because you may end up just inadvertently making mistakes and getting out of good positions because you're trading when you're not supposed to.
Exactly. And I think that's a very hard thing to do, Sean, if you really have to think
Oh
about
yeah,
it. Honestly, guys, half the game is just waiting,
patience.
getting tight and waiting patiently. Okay, a lot of big wins can be made by just being patient.
More importantly, a lot of big losses can be avoided, right? People only try to focus on the winning aspect of trading, but if you just try to avoid or reduce your losses, right, in the long run, you're going to come out more of a winner by just reducing your losses. Because there are two aspects to being consistently profitable in the long run as a trader, right? You can win more, or you could lose less. But the best combination is, of course, doing both, winning more and losing less. But how many traders will improve their overall P&L by just losing less, right? I want you all, as an exercise, to go back into your trading history, okay? Take a Excel sheet or Google sheet, record all your trades, okay? Record all your trades and be honest with yourselves and ask yourselves, hey, how many of these trades could I have avoided? And then try and cross those out and record your overall P&L now and be like, oh man, my profit would have increased drastically by just not taking certain types of trades. So try and figure out the trading environment that you need to avoid for your personality, for your trading style, and just avoid those trades, guys. Just avoid those trades. It's really part of the trading journey when you figuring out when not to trade. Really key, really key, and it's going to vary from personality to personality. So yeah, Krisha, any thoughts before we go on with the analysis, the actual analysis?
I mean, there's still so much to be said, though, right?
Yeah.
But we'll kind of ease them into this. But yeah, let's start off with the analysis because, like I said, I mean, it's been exciting, eh?
So what I want to start off with over here, we're looking at the 1 hour time frame, and I don't usually start off with the 1 hour, but I want to show the importance of this. It's a lot more dramatic, but it's also important as hell, because look at where we came down to. Look at where the wick was last night or last evening, depending on your time zone. Krisha, 9,350. I've been harping on this number for what, like 35 days now? It's more than a month that I've been going on about this 9,350, 9,350, 9,350. And what happens just before the weekly close? We come down, give everybody a gift of an opportunity at 9,350. Clearly, the big players knew, hey, you know what? This is another gift for us. We're going to buy that up. And look at that. Came down, tested 9,350, pushed up aggressively, and now it looks like we're bull flagging above this key 9,750 region, Krisha. Look at that.
Yeah, no, it was actually a gift. I still remember yesterday when I was looking at price come down there, right? So price was ticking on my phone, but then as soon as I went to my computer, Sean, it actually immediately opened up onto the monthly time frame.
There we
And
go.
right there I noticed, I'm like, oh shit, this is just a retest. this is a buy.
Yep. And if you are focused on the lower time frames and you see red, 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 right, you will get shook out. Your emotions will step in, right? We are all human beings. And guys, I have pretty good control of my emotions after making a lot of mistakes, of course, in my trading journey. But even I know my limitations. Even I know when I should make my life easier by just getting away from the lower time frames, right? That's why this weekend was all about sitting back, kicking back, finding distractions, enjoying myself, right, and not making any mistakes. And hey, I had a really good position from that 9,350 region, 9,200 region as well. That big dip that we had, right? Some people got trades on BitMEX at 8,600. Man, those are good positions. You don't want the market to shake you out of that position just because you're trying to avoid, one, losing small profits, or two, you don't want to let your trade turn into a loss, right? I get that. But guys, there's a time and place for that. This over here was just the same trade given to other people who missed out the first opportunity. And sometimes the markets are generous like that. And this was the market being generous. 9,350. Krisha, we just bounced off that very, very aggressively, closed above 9,700. Four 1 hour candles completed, and we just closed another 4 hour candle above that 9,750 region too. This is looking like a bull flag to me.
Yeah, no, this is beautiful bullish price action, Sean. And even yesterday's test, by the way, so that 9,350 region lined up with the 4 hour 200 simple moving average.
Oh yes, it did. You did point that out last night.
Yeah, a lot of levels scrunched up there. So if you were someone busy focusing on those lower time frames because you do not want to be in the red for even like a couple of hours, you're losing these really, really nice positions. Okay, that was a beautiful retest of many major levels.
So let's go back to why 9,350 was a key level. We've been talking about this for a while, and we mentioned it on Saturday's video and Friday's video as well, but we didn't go into it too in depth because we've been talking about it for a while, right? But today, let's go ahead and give people a quick recap, right? I'm going to switch on over to the monthly now, Krisha, and then we'll go backwards from the monthly to the weekly, 4-day, 3-day, and just go through an analysis of every time frame because hey, we just opened up a brand new week. Let's spend some time on this, all right? Okay, so you have the monthly time frame, and I'm going to go ahead, remove all drawings and start fresh. And why was the 9,350 region so key? Well, we are marking out these horizontals right over here, these candle closes right over here, all the way from April 2018, and then back on over here at 1st of Jan 2020. We've been holding that 9,350 region. Let me go ahead and be a little bit more exact. There you go, right? 9,350 region as a key level on the monthly time frame for a while now, right? A while. And we've been talking about that level ever since the 1st of May. We're like, guys, if we close May above 9,350 on a monthly basis, it's going to mean something significant, especially if we can confirm another monthly after that, right? But we said, hey, we may come down and test that again on the following month. So when we closed May about 9,350, that was the first sign. Very, very similar to when we closed 6,400 on March, right? The month of March, we're like, guys, 6,400 is going to be very key. But what surprised us over there, Krisha? When we closed that month at about 6,400, we were like, okay, we may get tests on the lower time frames, on the weekly, the daily, the 2-day, blah, 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 and then close the month at 6,400, right? But we didn't get that. The monthly 6,400 retest came, and we didn't see a dip underneath. Like usually what would happen is, I'm going to go and draw it out for our audience, right? Let's say we have a level at 6,400, which is our monthly level, right? Which is what we had. And then we have another level at 5,800, which is the weekly level or perhaps a daily level, okay? I was looking for something like this. I was looking for, okay, a retest of the weekly level and then close the month above 6,400, okay? So 6,400 is our monthly level, okay? I was looking for that. Wicking down to the weekly levels and then perhaps closing about the monthly level. But we didn't get that. What happened was we got the test of the monthly level and then just bounced up aggressively and just kept going and going and going and going. So I'm like, okay, cool. Clearly the monthly levels are being respected and being respected aggressively, which is why we've been going on about this for an entire month with you guys, right? And now again, 9,350 was that key monthly level, right? Yes, we could have come down. Yes, but trading is all about probabilities, and you play the probability. And over here, the probability was leaning towards 9,350 being picked up, like it has been getting picked up for a while now. And hey, we got picked up again last night, 9,350. So, Krisha, what are your thoughts?
It's really, Sean, I mean, it's bullish. I mean, even though I understand that a lot of people, they're looking at that monthly Kijun and stuff, and they're like, hey, we're still hovering, underneath that. However, these are key levels. And in order for price to get supported here, in order to figure out if the bulls are still in control, you want to make sure that these levels stay intact.
Yep.
And they are. And that is showing strength, right? On the more bullish side.
The Kijun is definitely something to be keeping an eye on. We have not closed a monthly candle above the Kijun ever since that blow off top in the beginning of 2019, right? Mm-hmm. I do want to point something out though. Like, yes, the monthly Kijun is going to be really important, sitting at around 10,000, which is psychological level. I was thinking about an idea or a notion or a way of looking at the charts that perhaps a lot of people are not, okay? Or maybe some people are. But I was thinking about maybe we should take it one step further. The Kijun is looking at the key 10,000 region, right? What if we say that the entire blow off top from 2017, right, the candle of December 2017 was just a massive exuberant candle, and things got out of control, and we can call that a deviation on the monthly time frame, right? We can go ahead and mark out a horizontal. You know what? In fact, let's go ahead and mark it out as a box, okay? A box of deviation. And let's go ahead and mark it out something like this. And we use the monthly candle close of the blow off top in the parabolic run from 2019, right? Early 2019 all the way to 14,000. The candle closed at 10,838, right? Let's say 10,900.
Yeah.
Okay. Now go back all the way to the month of 2017, November 2017. We can say essentially that the entire zone above around 10,000 to 10,999, right? All of that was just a big deviation, okay? Big deviation with exuberance, and things got out of control. Because if we ignore that, and I know it's a little bit weird to say just ignore that, right? You'll see that price hasn't really confirmed any acceptance in that zone on a monthly basis. Above 10,900 on a monthly basis, the only candle that we've closed was that massive exuberant candle to 20,000. Every other candle has been closing underneath 10,900. The way I'm looking at this is that the market is seeing that 10,000 number, that $10,000 value, anything from 10,000 to 10,999. If the market gets an opportunity to sell at that number, that is a value sell, right?
Yeah.
And that has been holding, Krisha, for 3 years. Every time the market gets an opportunity to sell at that 10,000 and plus above, they jump on it. And if they get 11,000, it is even better. But as long as they get to accumulate either a short position or get out of their spot position 10,000, it is a value sell. Underneath there, you start seeing it as, okay, this is a value buy now, right? From 9,000, 8,000, 6,000. But 10,000 and above seems to be a value sell, and that is confirmed by just looking at the chart on the monthly time frame and seeing that, wait, we've not confirmed any real candle above 10,900-ish, right? The only candle was that December candle. Even the candle after that came and closed underneath.
Yeah, no, that was actually a really good sort of observation on your part. And let's face it, that one time, that one deviation that we had back in the bull market of 2017, Sean, that you could look at. Now, the way we went up, it was like a parabolic move. I still remember it up to this day.
Yep.
That was a parabolic move, right? And it's usually in these sort of bubble-like parabolic moves where you see these deviations come in.
Yep, I remember.
So I think your analysis on it being a deviation is fair, especially considering that we have not had a single monthly candle close
into that region.
So I have a question for you now. Say we close, okay? Say in the next couple of months, sometime this year, sometime next year, whenever, we close over that 10K mark. What would be your next sort of expectation for Bitcoin? Where do you think we could go from there?
So just to be clear to the audience, right, we should probably use the number 11,000, right? Because when we say 10K, we're referring to 10 10,000 all the way to 10,999, right? So if we close a monthly candle into the 11,000s and above, which is something we've not really done since 2017, that's what you're asking. And what do we do after that?
Yes.
I do believe a lot of people are going to be looking at 20,000, but I don't think that's where we're going to stop. I know it sounds a little exuberant for me to even be talking about numbers like this, but I think we could get to the next psychological number, which is going to be 50,000 at that point, right? 20,000 was that big psychological number that we saw resistance, and we may see resistance again, right, over there. But this is how I'm going to be looking at it. If we close a monthly candle now into that 11,000 region and see a wick above 20,000, right? Both. The possibilities of us hitting 50,000, the next psychological resistance, is going to be much, much higher, right? And everybody listening at home, I want you guys to zone in on the word I use over there, the probability. All right, it is not definitive at all. Everything in trading is a probability. So do not get too exuberant with anything. None of this is financial advice, but this is how I will be looking at it. The first clue now is going to be us closing monthly candles above 11,000 region. After that, I'll be looking for wicks above 14,000 and a wick above 20,000 as my next two. All right, this is going much higher.
Mm-hmm. I think, I think you may be right there. I don't think we're stopping at 20K. I think that's gonna be, of course, that's gonna be the first kind of psychological resistance. After that, this will 50K, yeah, on the books, dude, on the books.
On the books.
And I'm just looking at the monthly chart right now. I mean, the fact that we've cleared that last monthly range, I'm still so kind of flabbergasted by that last monthly close. But you know what? Hell with the Kijun. Okay, if you're just kind of playing this off of horizontals, the next region is only 10.8. Okay, now we've entered a new sort of range.
With that, actually, Krisha, let's switch on over to the weekly time frame, right? Yeah. Because 10.8K is going to be major on the weekly too. Yeah. And the weekly, we should spend some time on the weekly now because, hey, we just start a brand new weekly candle. And I'm going to let you lead on this one, Krisha. Yeah, this is something you've been waiting for.
Okay, so guys, we just closed a weekly candle. Okay, and well, just look at it. If you guys put on your Ichimoku cloud, okay, we use the double settings. Those of you who have the mango ribbon, you already have it as your default. Put that on and pull up the Ichimoku cloud on the weekly, and you'll notice that price has closed inside the cloud for the second time, Sean. Yep. Now, we did get a close inside the cloud back on May 11th.
Yes.
Okay, that week, May 11th, we closed inside, but then we followed the next candle, we had a dump.
Yep.
Right? Not only did we lose the cloud, we lost the Kijun there too. And now that you look at that, I'm looking at that as one big freaking trap.
Yeah, that was a trap.
The fact that we've come back up for the second time to close inside the cloud. Okay, that is a powerful, powerful sort of statement by the bulls.
Things are getting picked up, man.
Yeah, things are getting picked up, and levels are getting taken back again. I think the bulls are definitely in control here. And what is to note now is because now we had that last monthly close where we closed over this 9,350 region, which, by the way, that is what we tested last night. I mean, last night for us, whatever, morning for you guys, wherever the hell you guys are. But now that combined with us closing inside the cloud, this has officially entered new territory in terms of price action, in terms of ranges. Okay, now the range I feel that is at play here, Sean, is 9350, okay, the one that we tested last night, going all the way up to, well, the top of the cloud, all the way at 10.8K. Now, this is on your monthly time frame, right? Yes. On the weekly, I think we could very well go all the way up to 11.3K, which also meets the top of that cloud. This is the new range.
Yep.
And now what are your thoughts on this? I mean, Sean, the fact that we got into the cloud for the second time, I want to know what you think of this. What is the psychology here? Because you're really, really good at that.
Well, usually I'd always be wary of a bull trap on the weekly time frame, right? And that's exactly what I had mentioned when we did a video together on this week over here, the first week that we closed into the cloud. You'd remember that I said, yes, we closed into the cloud, but I wasn't convinced, right? Remember that? Yeah. And that was because I'm always wary of a bull trap because I've been part of this. I've been victim to those bull traps right over here, right? And over here too, I was wary because I've been victim in the past, all the way back over here too. Like, Jesus, like the weekly time frame is something that you have to be careful unless you see something very, very convincing. And I wasn't convinced here, and rightfully so. Okay, rightfully so. But this time, however, there are a few things that are making me go like, okay, this it's really hard to ignore this one. Okay, and let me talk about the one big one. Is we closed a weekly candle above the weekly close of that candle, right? We took out the weekly close of that candle. So we convincingly closed into the cloud, as well as we retook, all right, or we took the close of that week's candle, right? So we closed higher. We have a higher close on a weekly basis. More importantly, too, we have that coupled with a higher high. So we've taken out the high of the previous high on a weekly basis, as well as the previous high on a weekly closing basis, and we've closed into the cloud. This is like the trifecta, right? So if we get bull trapped on this as well, it's just like, all right, man, I'm just going to stop hitting the weekly, right? There's no point. There is no point at that point, right? So this looks like a weekly massive bull flag with a pole, and it's about to see continuation and follow through to the upside. Krisha, like if I mark out the pole for this, the targets may actually be a little bit surprising. Let's go ahead and see. Measured move. Whoa. It came to the T, Krisha. 13,900, which is pretty much the monthly close, right? The previous high of our last bull run from 3,000, 4,000 region in early 2019. It was the previous high, as well as the monthly close of our parabolic run to 20,000. That is, it's beautiful how technical Bitcoin can be. Wow, this is wow.
You guys probably don't see it, but I literally have the broadest smile on my face right now. Like I'm actually quite happy. I feel like I mean, right now we're on our way to making those higher highs on the weekly time frame. At least that's what I'm going to be gunning for now that we've entered a new range and stuff. Right? This is a high, and I totally missed that out, Sean. This is a higher high, a higher close on the weekly. Okay, so not only did we put in a higher high there, we also put in a higher low.
Yep.
Okay, now this is your ultimate bullish candle that you guys can have on the weekly at least. I don't mind getting bull trapped here. If I, like what Sean said, if we get bull trapped, then we do. But trades like this, you take, and you cannot let your biases enter at this point. Like everything is telling you, listen, I am bullish. I don't care what you think. I want to go up. At least it seems like Bitcoin wants to go up from here. All the information presented to you at this very point in time. To hell with the forecasts. The information that we currently have on the chart is bullish information.
People often ask me, Sean, how do you avoid getting bull trap? And my answer is you don't avoid getting bull trapped, right? You just get bull trapped. And we go into this in far more detail in the Mango Seed program. Of course, I spent a lot more time discussing the ideas behind this, but essentially, if it's part of your system, you got to put on the trade anyways, okay? And if you get bull trapped, you get bull trapped. That's it. Your risk management should cover you from getting wrecked, okay? That's essentially what a bull trap is. Lures a bull into a trade and then you trap him on the wrong side of the trade, right? However, in the long run, if you start noticing that, hey, you know what, I can implement this into my system where I avoid certain scenarios that are likely to be bull traps, then you can say, you know what, that's one way that you're avoiding a bull trap, but you're no longer part of the bull trap anymore. But you have to be very careful, guys, because if you include something into your system, right, that is trying to avoid a bull trap, but in the long run, you are giving away more profits just to save yourself from a few losses, right? The balance needs to be there. You need to be coming out ahead in the long run. Don't worry about each single trade. I'd rather get trapped on a couple of trades to make sure I catch the big winners, right? Yeah. So always think about the long run, guys. All right, so Krisha, that's the weekly. Now we can pretty much power through the rest of the time frames because the rest of the time frames are pretty clear. Yeah. We'll start with the 4-day. Okay. Mango ribbon. I want to point out once more, the guiding light this entire run has been the 4-day 10 SMA. And what do you know, Krisha? Came down, tested to the T, literally wicked off it, and closing pretty well now.
Do you guys hear the teasing as kind of, tone in Sean's voice? He's like, we wicked off of it to the T. Like I told you so. No, and also I'm noticing something, but I think this will be better kind of visible on the lower time frames. But we'll just talk about the 4 day for now. But no, I mean it's still bullish, like you said. The
Yep.
10 SMA has been holding it.
Literally,
The
like
cloud,
what, 1, 2, 3, 4 4-day candles. That's 16 days, guys. Just had to buy the 10 SMA each time, and you get to accumulate a big position,
and
right?
it's easy, right, to manage off of it because when you're watching price kind of just follow it. You're watching the 10 SMA sort of guide price. I mean, it's so easy to have a level for yourself to be like, okay, you know what? If price closes underneath this level,
I'm
I
out.
am invalidated on
Yeah.
my trade. Very simple.
And you
It
get,
doesn't have to be complicated. You can just literally pick on that one level that price has been hugging, okay? And you can be like, all right, if price loses this, we are officially doing something different.
yep. And that the 4-day time frame is something that only the Mango community looks at, and it's been so profitable for us. It's been so, and not just profitable, right? It's been stress free. It's made our lives so much easier because we need to make a decision only once every 4 days. Of course, if you're taking a trade based on the 4-day time frame, and that's how we took our big run all the way from 7,000 early this year, Krisha, when we were on the beach. Actually, we were looking at this 4-day time frame, this symmetrical triangle that broke towards the upside, retested the 200 moving average, and had a run all the way to 10,000. And that was our guide to turn bullish again this time, right? We said, hey, if we close above the 4-day 200, 4-day 21 EMA, and this entire cluster here, it's going to make our life easy that, hey, it's time to turn bullish. We did. Boom, to the upside again, back to 10K. It was literally the same trade, Krisha, both times.
It was a beautiful.
Yeah,
It's all a beautiful setup. I think if you keep it easy, if you keep it simple with Bitcoin,
yeah,
right? If you keep it simple, stupid with Bitcoin, I think you can catch some really nice,
yeah.
very clean trades on it.
Do it the Mango way, guys. Do it the stress-free way. And hey, come play video games with us over the weekends. Have fun. Enjoy your life. Remember, let's not forget why we became traders. A lot of us became traders to get away from the corporate grind, get away from that freaking long commute, get away from our bosses who most of the time know nothing but want to tell us what to do, right? That's what we wanted to get away from. So don't find yourself in a situation where you're grinding all day on the lower time frames of the chart. Don't find yourself in a situation where your new boss has become your computer screen, where you're trying to look at every single 1 hour, 30-minute candle close of the day. No. Do it the Mango way. Find time or free up time so that you can spend with your loved ones. Okay, so that's the 4-day, Krisha. Now just quickly go on to the 3-day. We're going to see that the 3-day 10 SMA has been retaken, retested, closed above. Okay, not much more to talk about over here. Now the 2-day has been very important to me. I've been taking trades off this time frame and holding my position based on this 2-day 10 SMA holding still. 2-day 21 EMA is where we've been looking to take trades. We got this one over here on the 26th of May, missed this one over here on the 10th of May, but took it off the daily 21 EMA, accumulating a position very nicely, right, this entire time on this well, Krisha, I'm not sure how you're drawing it. According to you, I think we've already broken this to the upside. Is it?
Yeah, I think that we have broken it to the upside. Perhaps I'll kind of post a screenshot of what I have on the
Yeah,
Mango Telegram chat. So if you guys want to kind of check that out, I'll be posting my triangle, the symmetrical triangle that I have on my chart on the Telegram chat.
yeah,
But I do believe that we have actually, and especially with this close. Now, yesterday, before we actually had that candle body close, and when we had that dump to that 9,350 region, at that point I was sort of skeptical. I'm like, this may sort of undo itself. But now I am sort of, I think we've closed, Sean. I think we've closed over. I think
yeah,
this is likely to have continuation to the upside. And now what's kind of given me that added sort of confirmation is how we've closed the weekly. Okay, the fact that we've had these higher highs on the candle bodies on the weekly time frame. I mean, it's a bullish picture right now, and I think that's all sort of coming together. I do believe that this is broken to the upside.
yep. I have it drawn right now the way I think you are drawing it. So just for the audience, if in case you guys want an idea, Kush, I'll go ahead and post a screenshot for you guys, anyways, in the Mango Grove, as well as perhaps down in the comments below. But I'm not looking at it that way. Just the way I
Yeah,
trade.
no, that's fine. It's good to have like both views, right? Because
Yeah.
the thing with triangles, you have these diagonal lines, guys, and the issue with diagonals is that you can draw it in any which way you like. Some people they only take candle body closes. Some people they only take wicks. So it really depends, right? Very, very subjective when you look at things like this, and especially if price is not making it easy for you.
The price is not making it easy on the lower time frames at the very least. So that's a 2-day. Now we can go ahead and switch on to the daily. And hey, again, same story. I think we've retaken the daily 21 EMA. We never really lost it. Came, retested the 10K and the 21 EMA, closed above it, closed over the 10 SMA as well. We never lost a 10 SMA. We've been closing above the 10 SMA on each daily candle. This is really bullish. Each candle has closed above the 10 SMA on the daily time frame, guys. Like we were underneath the 10 SMA for I think the majority of yesterday, but we came and had a clean close above it, and now we're testing it again, bouncing off it again. Really, really nice. So daily is looking really good. 12-hour looking really good. Now the 12-hour has been again important to me because essentially I'm keeping an eye on it because of the mango vine. We've been getting some really good trades off it, right? And the mango vine has been telling you to pretty much accumulate all the way till yesterday, right? Yesterday was your, I'm not saying you won't get another opportunity, but 9,350, the vine called it too, and now we bounced off it. And yep, looking good though. This is getting ready for a big move. That's what the vine is saying right now, that a big move is coming very, very soon. Which direction though? Which direction? It's already given us multiple. Well, I'm
up to your head. Which direction?
Up. Right. Yeah. I'm long, so I don't hesitate over there. Yeah, so it's already the thing though, right, about the vine is that it's already given us multiple $2,000 moves. So the first move was I think $1,500. Next was a $2,000 move to the upside. Like, is it going to give how? And now people had another opportunity to take pretty much the same trade. This will probably be the most generous consolidation using the mango vine, of course, that we've ever had. Like, it's been ridiculous. So if we get another $2,000 move off this, Jesus Christ, man, Jesus.
Yeah.
And that's $2,000 per Bitcoin that you're trading. So like each of these could be. Man,
and price definitely looks like it's coiling up for something here.
Yep.
But no, 12 hours looking good as well. What about anything else on the?
We can look at the 4-hour quickly. I want to point out that yes, you are right, Krisha. We tested the 4-hour 200 moving average yesterday, and now we're coming and smacking against the Kijun. If we do start closing candles above that, I think we make our way up to around 10,000 yet again. But I don't want to look at the lower time frames, to be honest. I think it's a recipe to get caught out of position or recipe to lose your position, right?
Yeah.
Just let the high time frames play out, and if we're wrong, right? Yeah. It happens.
You just got to take the trade, right? You follow your system, you take the trade, and it's basically what you keep saying. And I think this is important. I think we should kind of just stick to this. Is that it is important in order for your system to work. It is important that you take every trade, because if you miss out even one.
That's the one that could pay for your losers.
Exactly. That could have been your monster win.
Yeah.
But no, everything is looking pretty bullish. Sean, do you want to go over Chainlink?
Should we do another video? I think we'll keep Chainlink for another video. Or we can look at it quickly. Let's go ahead.
I think we can just maybe assess it on the higher time frames, right?
All right.
Just to keep it quick.
All right, so I'm looking at Link BTC right now. For Link, as long as we're holding daily candles above, right over here at around 44,336 Satoshi. In fact, we came and tested twice. We tested it today as well, and looks like for now we're holding it. If we do close underneath it, I do think we're going to make our way down to around 4,180. 41,834. Sorry. So the major level that we're looking to hold is 44,300. If we lose that level, downside target is 41,800. Upside target, if we bounce from here, would be this neckline, which I think we already tested twice. Okay, we tested twice. So if we make our way up there again, I'd be looking for Link to break that. After that, I'll be looking for a move to these highs over here. We probably see some resistance right over here too at around 50,000 Satoshi. And yeah, Chainlink, pretty clear. We have trades to be taking off all these levels. So
yeah.
Now the downside target, if we lose that level as well, would be right over here. And let me bring this down. Yeah, you can bring this down over here actually and mark out this zone. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Chainlink BTC. On the weekly time frame, things are pretty clear. We're still in that massive uptrend. So if you want to make your lives really easy, and if you're holding like spot Chainlink, you want to be looking at the the weekly chart. Apologies. Yeah, you want to be looking at the weekly time frame. As long as we're holding this massive trend line towards the upside, it's Link is going to outperform Bitcoin in the long run. If we start breaking underneath this, it's going to get a little shaky. So that's Link BTC. We can go ahead and look at Link USD. Weekly time frame, we close a week. Looking good. Actually, looking really good.
That close on the weekly, because I'm looking at this the $4.25 to just round up region, and I do believe that was a weekly resistance that we cleared.
$4.24, right? Yep, yeah, we did. Yeah. That was a key level, but to me the important level is going to be closing a weekly candle above $4.48, $4.47. We're seeing that area as resistance as we speak, but this is still really good. What's happening right now is really good for Link. It's holding really well even when Bitcoin is making moves. So I do think Link is getting ready for a move, like aggressive move, and once it starts, it's not going to stop. It doesn't feel like it's going to stop.
Nice discovery.
Yeah, we start closing candles above $5, Krisha, on a weekly time frame. I think things may get a little insane. $9 is where we could make our way to. So,
bada bing, bada boom.
But patience is going to be very key, and risk management, right? As soon as you start losing those levels that we just talked about on the BTC pairing, I think I'm going to be getting out of the trade, but let's see for now. Looking really good. On the daily time frame, we'll be looking to clear these $4.73.
Yeah.
That's what I'll be looking for Link to be doing. Yep, that's pretty much it. We'll do a separate analysis on Link only later today. But for now, guys, again, key levels on Bitcoin, 9,350 is the monthly level that we need to hold. We are only 1 week into the month, so a lot of time. For the weekly, we're looking at the cloud to hold this week. Okay, patience, play the high time frames, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, Krisha, any final thoughts?
No, that's it. I think we've covered everything.
Do it the mango way, do it the stress-free way, do it the breezy way, and enjoy your Monday morning. Bye.
Ciao, guys.